Hey guys, my name is Okoro Blessing Nkiruka and I am popularly known as Blessing CEO, your #1 most controversial relationship expert and life coach. Now, my job is this. I like to bring a lot of things to your awareness because trust me, many of you have made grievous mistakes because of your ignorance. Now, there is something I want to bring to you on this video. Trust me, you've never heard it anywhere before. Now, you're going to be blessed when you watch this video because you are going to be aware, and when you are aware, you can adjust. Do you know that most of you are married to your enemies? Do you know that many of you are dating your enemies and you're about to marry your enemies? You're going to be wondering, what is Blessing saying this time? Yes. Many people are stagnant because they are dating and they are married to their enemies. Many of you, your destiny, your growth has stopped just because of the people you marry and the people you are dating, the people you are allowed into your life. It shocks you. Let me explain to you. What is the meaning of enemy? Enemy simply means that person that does not want you to grow. That person that does not want you to move. That person that does not want you to progress. Now, do you know that a lot of people are actually your enemies, but they don't even know? Exactly. It's like witchcraft. Some people are actually witches without knowing that they are witches. When you start to envy people, start to seek for their downfall, you're a witch. It's the same thing as your spouses. Let me teach you something. There's a difference between growth and control. Now, this is what happens when most of you get married and you get into a relationship. You stop moving. The man wants you to stop to do the things you love to do. The man wants you to stop to do the things that make you happy, things that God created to do. He deprives you. He begins to control you. Now, on this video, I want to tell you there's a difference between control and guide. You do not control what you love. You guide what you love. Because it is only what is stagnant that you can control. Of course, anything that is moving, you guide it. Anything that is stagnant, you control it. So if you are being controlled by a man or by a woman, it simply means you are stagnant. It is only something that is staying in one place that you control. Now, the crazy thing about being stagnant is the fact that everybody will have access to you. Small children, newborn baby. Growth simply means you're going to leave a level to a particular level to a particular level. So many of you are in relationship and marriages where the man is controlling you, where the woman is controlling you, and you are stagnant. Yes. Control is stagnancy. Stop mistaking control for guidance. A lot of men actually marry you and turn you into an object and turn you into a property. A lot of women actually marry you and turn you into an object. They talk down on you. They abuse you verbally as a man. They tell you things you are not supposed to hear. There are some women that have sent their men to their early grave just because of what they say. They tell you will never progress. They tell you are a failure. They tell you you're a 1-minute man. The same thing as the man is vice versa. Domestic violence, they rob you of your self-esteem, they rob you of the things you love. Anybody that wants to stop you from doing the things that you love to do just because they are of their own selfish reason is your enemy. Yes. Now let me tell you something. The true meaning of happiness is when you find something you love to do, something you wake up to every day of your life. That is the true meaning of happiness and existence. No matter how much you have in this life and there is nothing to wake up to, there is no place to go to, there is nothing that makes you happy, trust me, you're going to be a walking dead. You're going to be miserable. That is the honest truth. So when people get into your life and they want to stop you from doing the things that you love to just because of their own selfish reason. Now, a lot of men don't want their wife to do some certain things because of selfishness. I don't want another man to see my wife. I don't want my wife to do this one. Selfish. They don't have any basic reason why they don't want you to grow your dream. They are just being selfish just because they feel you are an object. Guess what? After keeping you stagnant, many of these men do not still stay. They still divorce you. They still break what with you. They don't still marry you. Even if they marry you, they don't still stay married to you. So that's when you get to understand that the man ruined your life. He's going to keep you for 10 years, 20 years, and at the end of the day, he's going to leave you stagnant. That's why you see some women are frustrated. They cannot come out of some marriages. Yes. Now, a lot of you are married to your enemies. I want you to understand as a woman and as a man that when you get into a relationship and you get into a marriage and you stop to grow, it simply means you're married to your enemy. Something is wrong. Let me shock you. Even the Bible. God created us, gave us life. Without life, we are not in existence. He gave us air to breathe for free. Do you know that God in heaven have the ability to control mankind? But guess what? God did not control us. God gave us life for free and gave us our freedom to do whatever we want to do. But he gave us the 10 commandments to guide us. Why did God not control you? Why would God not control you and a man will be controlling you? A man that did not give you life, a woman that did not give you life. God is not even, the person who has the power over this world is not even controlling you. He gave you a guide, which is the 10 commandments. That's what God did. Just use this and guide yourself. Do anything you want to do, but let this be a guide. And we always seek for God's face when we realize that everything God, when you guide people and they go astray, they come back to you when they realize that, this thing my husband was telling me was wrong. It makes them even more remorseful. That's the honest truth. God gave us a 10 commandments to guide us because he understands that all these things he said we should not do is going to affect our life. And that's the honest truth. Most times you're always looking for who to blame. You're looking for your auntie and your uncles in the village. But most times we are the cause of our problems. You don't know. Many times you have problems, you never look inwards. We are the cause of our problems. It is that thing that God asks us not to do that we are doing that brings about most of the problems that we have in our lives. But trust me, when you go to most of your churches and most of your fake pastors, they tell you are having spiritual husband. And that's the reason why we have too many churches these days. We have too many fake pastors these days. It's because nobody wants to take blame. You're always looking for the next person to blame. So when you go to church, your pastor will tell you that it is your auntie from your village, your uncle from your village, your spirit. All those things are fabricated lies. Because they now understand that as a human being, you don't want to take blame. But when you understand how to take blame, when there's a problem, you seek from inside. Most times, your problem is always from inside. But you are always chasing outsiders. And that's why you never get solution. You never get solutions because you are chasing something that does not exist. From your auntie, they'll tell you it's your grandmother that have died. From your grandmother, it's from your great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. You continue chasing shadow, forgetting that this thing is inside of us. What am I trying to say? If God in heaven who gave you life cannot control you, a man is not supposed to control you. Anybody that wants to control you is your enemy because anything you control is stagnant. Anything you control does not move. And trust me, the only time you can be successful is when you have your freedom. Freedom to think, freedom to talk, freedom to create, freedom to do the things that are in your mind. Many of you do not even know that you did not come to this world to marry or to date. That's not why you are in this world. That's one thing a lot of young people do not understand. That's not why God created you. You were created to this world for a purpose, to fulfill something. Along the way, you can find somebody you love and marry and have children. But that is not the major purpose. If you die today, God will be very upset with you that you came to this world and just married without fulfilling a purpose. Imagine if all of us are as anxious as marriage as you are. All of us just want man. All of us just want woman. Who will create aeroplane? Who will create phones? Who will create all these beautiful things that you are using? It's a human being like you that did it. Many of you do not even understand that you are created out of God's image. So you are like God. Many of you are given a gift by God that you have not opened. The only thing you came to this world to do is man, 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 woman, woman, woman. At the end of the day, these people will still leave you. Why? Because they are not joined to you. You need to be able to find your purpose, something that makes you wake up every morning. Along your purpose, along this journey of finding your purpose, you're going to find love. You're going to find happiness. You're going to find marriage. You're going to find kids. But first of all, most of you don't have a purpose. You just wake up in the morning looking for a man to love you, looking for a woman to love you. Your life is so dependent on another human being. That's not what you're in this world for. You're a unique being. You came to this world for something. That's what a lot of you do not. That's why when a man leaves you, you want to die. When a woman leaves you, why do you want to die? You can't die. The reason why sometimes God keeps you alive is for you to be able to fulfill your purpose. So when you are in a relationship or you're in a marriage and you are being controlled, a man that does not want you to live your dream, right, is your enemy. Let me tell you something you don't understand. Now, there is something you need to understand about a relationship. Some people are allergic to growth. Some people will love you when you are poor. Some people will love you when you're stagnant. When you start growing, they will leave you. Many people always mistake growth for change. When you grow, some people say you change. You did not change, you grew. Yes, you did. Now, some people are used to seeing you as an 18-year-old girl. Some men enjoy that naivety. Some men enjoy that vulnerability. The moment you grow to become a woman, you become more aware, you become more outspoken, you become more confident. They say you have grown and you have changed. You are changed. You were not like this before. Were you expecting people to remain the same way they are? The same thing as some women. Some women enjoy it when you are poor, when you don't have car. Because they say, when my husband was poor, my boyfriend was poor, he was more loyal, he was more humble. Now that he has money, he's everywhere. Some women even prefer you being poor. They want you to be poor so that they can control you. They want you to be naive so that they can control you. Do you now see how people control you? They take advantage of your... When you grow up and you become aware, some people are going to leave you because they cannot stand your growth. Some people will actually leave you in a relationship when you begin to grow. That's the honest truth. Because they can't stand your growth. Some people cannot stand seeing you becoming a woman. They enjoy you being a girl. Because when you're a girl, they can manipulate you. They can turn you up and down. That is one thing you don't understand. Some people have stopped to grow in their life just because they want to keep marriage. A lot of married people, many of them are in stagnant relationships just because they want to please a man or they want to please a woman. So you stop growing, you stop doing the things you love because you are married. Stagnancy. At the end of the day, when the man leaves you, you are all by yourself. How can you stop to do the things that you love and the man is doing what he loves or the woman is doing what she loves? That is witchcraft. Marriage is supposed to grow you. People are supposed to come into your life and key into the things that make you happy and make you better. They're not supposed to stop you from being happy. That is what it means to be married to your enemy. When you're in a relationship or you're in a marriage and you're not growing, somebody's an enemy in that relationship. Trust me. Remember, they said 2 good heads is going to become 1. You're not supposed to be stagnant when you meet another person, because 2 powerful heads, except the 2 of you are 2 olodos or there is 1 olodo in the relationship. It's time to start to grow. It's time to start to understand the basic reason why you should get married. Marriage complements each other. Marriage is compatibility. Marriage is not stagnancy. Marriage is not control. Marriage is a guide. Let them begin to guide you and stop to control you, because you are not an object. You are a human being who have the ability to think, the ability to talk, and the ability to create. And without freedom, you cannot do any of these things. I'm going to leave you with this. If you are watching this video, if you want to understand the true meaning of love and fidelity, give a woman and a man their freedom. You can never know if people love you or if they are faithful to you if they are not free. Let them go out there and see those things and still come back and say you are the one. Don't cage them, because when you cage them and they have a small opportunity to see those things you're hiding from them, they're going to get carried away. That is the honest truth. A lot of men who are caging their wives are sleeping around. You'll be so shocked what a lot of married women are doing with their body, yet their husband have bodyguards, gatesmen. It is those gatesmen, those bodyguards, those people you keep around your wife that is going to mess your wife up. Allow her to be free. Allow her to become who she wants to be. That is when you know the true meaning of love. Allow him to be free. Allow him become what he wants to be. That is when you know the true meaning of love and fidelity. When you cage people, it simply means they are your slave. They are not your loved ones. Allow them. Give them their freedom so that they will be able to think, create, and become who they want to be, who God have ordained them to be. Stop being a control freak, because if God decides to control you, trust me, by now, you would have been long dead. Allow people be who they want to be. Thank you so much for listening to me. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Use the link and turn on the notification button, because trust me, I'm going to be bringing a lot of relationship and marital issues your way like you have never heard before. Trust me, nobody would ever tell you this that I'm telling you right now. That's why I'm different. That's why I am mad, making a difference. I love you guys. Mwah.